Welcome once again to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about three mistakes most insurance agents make when they are just starting off in this industry. I've trained and mentored over 100 licensed insurance agents, and I understand some of the challenges most life insurance agents face, especially when they are coming into a business like this. Most insurance agents, they come into a recruitment based company most times. It's very rare where you will see people who just say, okay, I want to be a life insurance agent, because the critical aspect of a life insurance agent is actually the sales aspect. And not everybody likes sales or marketing, but somebody has to do it, right? So the whole idea here is, what are some of the strategies that you can put in place today in order for you to avoid these mistakes, these three mistakes? Make sure you watch this video to the end, because I'll give you solutions to each and every one of these three mistakes. Whether you're just starting off as a licensed insurance agent, or maybe you're just still finding your footing, you're wondering if this should be something you should do. You might be on the fence right now thinking maybe this might be an industry I should follow or something I should avoid right now. I know that feeling, because most people come into this business with high expectations, but at some point they get disappointed just because they find themselves doing this one or two or three of these mistakes I'm about to share with you today. Mistake number one: a lot of people treat this like a side hustle. People don't treat it like a business. Yes, I know most times people come in as a part time insurance advisor just to get their foot in to see if it is something they can do. But most times when they come in, they still treat it like a side hustle. There's a difference if you're doing part time business and doing a side hustle. A side hustle, most times people just do it. Oh, let me just try this. Let me just try this. If you keep trying it and you keep handling it as a side hustle, you will not get the result as if, as you will not get the result like you will treat it like a business. I mean, so, for example, what are your strategies when you come in, even if it's part time for you? What are your strategies? Are you looking at building it as a business for now? Then, over a period of time, you can retire your 9 to 5 and transition into this as a full time business? Or do you just want to treat it as a side hustle that will give you income that will augment your full time job, right? If that is your strategy, you still have to treat this like a business, not like a common side hustle. So, what I learned quickly as an insurance agent when I started 6 years ago was that I had to block out time and be intentional about this business. I needed to give it time. I needed to give it the energy that it requires in order for me to grow the business. So when I started this, I used to be in the 9 to 5. I started part time, but when I saw the value of what an insurance agent brings to the table, how we play a key role in the financial planning of every individual out there, I started saying, this is not something you should treat like a side hustle. This is something you need to take seriously. I spoke to myself. I said, Nigerian, you need to treat this thing seriously. So you have to treat it as a business. How do you treat it as a business? Number one, you need to have a clear strategy. You need to have a clear strategy. You need to have also a clear plan. You need to also have a clear vision where you want to be in the next 2, 3 years through this business. How many how many lives do you want to protect? For example, we don't protect lives, but we protect family incomes, right? As an insurance agent, you don't protect lives. You can't protect anybody's life, but you can protect the income of a family. So what are the strategies you need to do? How many families do you want to protect in the next 2, 3 years? If you say you want to protect 200 families, for example, the next thing is, what strategies can I use to help out protect these families? How do I attract these 200 families towards me? What strategies do I put in place? There are five main activities. If you've read my book, There are five main activities every insurance agent should do consistently if they are going to at least treat this like a business. The first activity is lead generation. You have to consistently know how to generate leads. The second activity is learning how to convert the leads you're generating into an appointment. The third strategy is how to effectively do a presentation, because most people get the presentation wrong. We have value that we present, but if you're not presenting it the right way, I'm telling you, you're going to miss the messaging. So the right presentation helps you. The fourth activity that you need to do is to close a sale. It's a strategy to close a sale. It's not every presentation that will lead to a sale, but how do you target your presentation to lead to a sale? It requires skills. The fifth activity that you need to do is actually expanding your distribution network. This will require marketing. This will require you training other people in order for you to expand to different locations. If you are using whatever strategy you're using, but the goal here is how do you expand your market? Because you need to expand your market. That's the key component. So the first mistake is not treating it like a business. Do you have a marketing budget? Do you have a clear strategy on how to acquire clients? Do you have a clear strategy on how to do follow ups? Do you have a clear strategy on how to ensure that your compliance documents are in place? All of these are strategies that you must put in place if you're going to succeed in a business like this. Don't make this business trial and error. That's what I see a lot of people do. Oh, let me just try. Somebody's making high commission in this business. Maybe if I try, I can make a higher commission. So you come into the business with that mindset, not thinking that this could be a business you could build and scale up just like a regular business, right? You need to be serious with it and treat it like a business. The second mistake most insurance agents make, right, is the mistake of selling only to family and friends. I get this a lot. Actually, I've exhausted my warm leads. I've exhausted my warm market. What do I do next? People get stuck. It's natural when you start a business to start with your family and friends. It's normal. It's natural. If I start a hair salon today, I'm going to start with my family and friends, right? Whatever business, if I go into a car dealership, I'm going to start with my family and friends. But guess what? When I exhaust my family and friends network, what next? What are the strategies I need to use to expand my network? Because many people get stuck here. And when they get stuck here, they say this business is frustrating. The truth is that family and friends will help you to an extent, but you have to come up with a strategy where you become an authority and you begin to attract leads to yourself. It's a simple strategy. You know, you have to learn how to make yourself sociable. You have to ensure that at least you know how to get out there to networking events. You want to use different outreach model like LinkedIn. You want to join community partnership. You want to ensure that you participate in marketing. Having marketing strategy, it baffles me most times when I see insurance agents not have a strategy for their marketing. They don't even have a budget for marketing. We want to earn so much commission, but we don't have a strategy to at least invest inside our business to expand it. This is why those that don't invest in their business, they don't treat it as a business. They treat it as a side hustle. And this is why they're not getting the results. How much do you dedicate to marketing every month? If it's zero, then I know why you're not expanding your network or why you're not getting new clients every day. I get consistent leads from my marketing campaigns. Why? Because I understand that this is a business and I treat it like a business. I allocate the resources necessary to build a business like this. So if you want to see yourself grow in a business like this, you need to have a clear strategy. So the second mistake is relying only on family and friends. This is why I'm running A 3 days challenge. Look out for this 3 days challenge. And if you're interested in joining the 3 days challenge, DM me the word challenge and I will include you in the 3 days challenge. The goal of the challenge is to help more insurance agents show themselves online, get strategies on how to at least become an authority in this space. The market is big enough. I know we have this competitive mindset. There are over 40 million Canadians. There are over 200 million Americans. You can reach all of these people and without any competition. Honestly, if you understand the market that you're looking at, if you understand your target market, it's easier. So I'm going to be teaching in this 3 days challenge the strategies that will help you become an authority and you begin to attract the right clients your way. So let's talk about the third mistake. The third mistake most insurance agents make is skipping personal development. This is very critical. I know that most times people have team meetings and all of these, but only few people really attend these meetings. These meetings are the meetings that would really focus on building you as a person, building your confidence, building your sales skills, building your emotional intelligence, right? You want to be strong enough in all of these aspects, right? Because in this business, if you're not developing yourself, guess what? You're losing value. For you to increase your value, you need to ensure that you get involved in personal development. The agents that invest in themselves, they are the ones that scale up. You need to learn how to study sales strategy. You need to learn how to role play. You need to read books that expand your mindset. You need to read about leadership. You need to read about how read books on how to expand and grow a team. You need to read books on how to face objections whenever you're at least not just sales objection, but objections that come within your team because you're going to face those kind of objections, right? So all of these personal development will help you develop as an agent. So I've seen agents with average product knowledge. They don't have full product knowledge, but they are good in sales. They can sell anything, but they are confident in selling, right? And they outsell even those who are very technical. So it's not about you just being technical, but you need to get the right skills that will help you become an expert in this business, that will help you expand your portfolio in this business and learning how to communicate effectively and learning how to build trust and never stop developing yourself is the best investment that you will ever make in this industry. So I always say if you have a marketing budget, do you have a personal development budget for yourself? That's another question. How much budget are you allocating for personal development? Very, very critical. But like I said, if you're not intentional about growing a business like this, there's no way you will get the result. So I'm going to do a quick recap. There are three main mistakes most people make. The mistakes can be a lot, but I just summarized it into these three that might be costing you six-figure income every year. Mistake number one is not treating this like a business. You're treating it like a side hustle. Mistake number two, building pipelines beyond your family and friends, not building a pipeline beyond your family and friend. I mean, you have to learn how to build pipelines beyond family and friends because you're going to exhaust your one market. And number three, you do not sharpen your skills enough, by engaging in personal development. So you have to have a clear budget, for personal development. So if you're committed to growing your six-figure agency and you want support and you want to join my community where I support insurance agents, no matter the company you belong to, no matter the country you belong to, as long as you're a life insurance agent and you need support, day-to-day support in growing this business, I want you to DM me the word support. Just send me a DM and I'll add you to our insurance agent community. when we help life insurance agents grow their business, attain six figures consistently, and understand how to face some of the objections that you face here. These are industry experience, right? And how you can consistently stay afloat as a life insurance agent. Thank you so much for joining me. But DM me those words, support, and I will help you. So I look forward to my next video where I will talk more on strategies to help you grow your business as a life insurance agent.